What's up? Why do you always do that? Wait, I can't.
What's up, y'all?
I don't want that. I want you.
Boy, were you going somewhere?
Why don't you just wait till actually people come on?
People are on right now.
Oh, there's people. Well, finally.
See, no, you told me I can share from here. I can't share from here. It just gives me pages.
You gotta go to regular.
Right. So if you're here and I want to share.
That's a notification.
Right.
You gotta go to my page.
I can't get there.
Step back.
See, that's just too much. I got it. I got it. But I was just saying, you were insisting that I could do it that way. And I can't. I be knowing what I'm doing.
Good morning.
I be knowing what I'm doing.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Morgan.
Good morning.
Hello, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to those on YouTube. Tanya Price, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you? Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. You coming on. Make sure you share this with somebody via YouTube, Facebook, or Periscope. Make sure you share it. Those of you on YouTube, thanks. Give us a thumbs up, a like, subscribe, and click the notifications bell so you're notified whenever we have new content arriving. We're here with your Midday Motivation. We're here Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
What's he doing?
That is the kid in the background just doing what he does.
It's your morning entertainment.
Yes. Good morning,
your motivation.
Daisy.
No matter how life gets.
Good morning, Ronnie. Good morning,
enjoy
Jackie.
life.
Good morning. If you're determined to have a productive day, go ahead and put a boom in the comment feed. Let the world know you are here and you're going to be productive.
Fruitful.
This day.
And productive.
All right. Welcome to Monday. Welcome to Monday. It's been a great Monday so far. We've been up for about 6 hours already.
Yeah, and it's very, very tiring.
No,
you have to wake up and go to the field every morning.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I take as much time as I can so I can rest.
You could always just go to bed.
I go to bed. See, here's the thing. I just don't like waking up at 6
There could be an
morning.
alternative. You could not.
We have the.
I could not what?
We will do everything in our power to make sure you have enough rest to get up in the morning. We will absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
No,
yep.
that's not right.
Good morning. Wi-Fi. Both did.
Where's the Wi-Fi off? The Wi-Fi's so tired. 8 o'clock. All right,
folks.
Welcome. We are in the book of Esther. Chapter 3. Numero 3. At this point, I told you the plot has thickened, and the assassination attempt and plot, if you will, not attempt, but the assassination plot has been discovered, and it's been told to the king, Ahasuerus, and Ahasuerus knows that they tried to kill him, and so he said, I'm going to kill y'all. And so he hanged them on the gallows. Here we go. And now Haman has been promoted, and now everyone is supposed to it's Black Cow, exactly. Everybody is supposed to pay homage to Haman because he's supposed to be that guy. But remember, don't forget what chapter 3, verse 1 says. After these things, King Ahasuerus promoted Haman, the son of Hammedatha, the Agagite. And the Agagite is of royal lineage from the Amalekites. The Amalekites were those individuals that Saul was supposed to utterly destroy. Remember that? He was supposed to utterly destroy them, and he did not do it. And so perhaps
an enemy because of his disobedience.
Mm-hmm. So perhaps they would not even be around because they would have been destroyed. All right. And it says he advanced him and set his seat above all the princes who were with him. So now Haman is the man. Haman is the man. Everybody's supposed to pay homage to him. But Mordecai says, I'm not going to bow to him. I'm not going to pay homage to him because He's an enemy of us. He's not our friend. And verse 3, why do you transgress the king's command? It happened when they spoke to him daily, and he would not listen to them, that they told it to Haman to see whether Mordecai's words would stand. For Mordecai had told them that he was a Jew. So because I'm a Jew and he is an Amalekite by his descendants, I'm not bowing to him. Nope, not gonna happen. All right. So we pick it up in verse number 7. Oh, I'm sorry. They said they were gonna. He said he was gonna kill Mordecai, but he could. I'm not gonna kill Mordecai by itself. I'm gonna get all the Jews, every last one of them. And so this is where we pick it up in verse.
Did anybody
7.
else? Did you see that
Which part?
when Saul was supposed to kill all the Amalekites, and he did not? And now here we are because of that disobedience. The
very same proclamation, if you will,
is being declared upon the Jews.
Yep. It's amazing how things come full circle.
Because of disobedience. That's the thing. I ain't preaching to y'all, I'm preaching myself, quite honestly. Stop that. Disobedience, man.
Come on, Miss Lisa.
Come on.
And Larry and Nia. Verse 7. In the first month, which is the month of Nisan, not Nisan, but Nisan, in the 12th year of King Ahasuerus, they cast pure. Now, let me back up and say something. It was the 3rd year that all of this began. The 7th year when Esther becomes queen. Now the 12th year. So it gives you some chronological context. Thank you. That's some good alliteration. Say it one more time. Say it one more time. Chronological context. That gives you some good chronological context to let you know that this wasn't, often I've said this in our Bible studies at the church, that sometimes we can read a verse and these 2 verses will be 50 years apart. And to us, it's just 15 words, right? But this has gone on for, 12 minus 3, 9 years. So 9 years, this is what's been happening. And so now they're saying that this in the 12th year, this is where we pick up the first month of the year. So basically January, what we would consider January, but really this is like March, April time frame. The 12th year of Ahasuerus, they cast pure. That is the lot. So to give you some context, this is what we would consider rolling dice or rolling the pure, or the Feast of Purim and all that. It comes from, it's rooted here, okay? Before Haman, to determine the day and the month until it fell on the 12th month, which is the month of Adar. And so they did this until it came out like they wanted it, like they needed it to come out. They just kept casting this every day before Haman. Who is Haman? Haman is the guy that was promoted under King Ahasuerus. Haman had a plot to kill the Jews. And they kept doing this. They kept casting these lots until the lot showed when they're supposed to kill the Jews. That's what that whole thing is about. We're just going to keep doing this. So for all of those like me that have played dice before or shot craps before, I just taught you how to do it. You roll a 4 and then you keep rolling until you hit your number, hoping you don't crap out by hitting 7 or 11. So they just kept doing it, right? You just keep rolling, and they just kept rolling until it came up that it was that time. Before Haman, to determine the day and the month, and they kept doing it until it fell on the 12th month, which is the month of Adar. So they wanted to do it in the month of Adar. The text suggests they wanted to do it in Adar, but they needed the lot to say Adar. Okay? And so here's where we see God allows this to happen. I told y'all, nothing just happens. There's no happenstance, there's no question. Nothing just happens. Okay? All right. God is in total and complete control. Okay. The only reason asteroids don't hit the earth is because God has them. God move an asteroid or the earth will be right where it's supposed to be, and the timing of the asteroid path, all of that. Okay, if you look at the solar system, we right next to the asteroid belt and all those different little things, whatever. So, but it doesn't happen because God is in control. Then verse 8, then Haman said to King Ahasuerus, stop laughing at me. There is a certain people scattered and dispersed among the people in all the provinces of your kingdom. Watch them dress it up. Their laws are different from all other people's, and they do not keep the king's laws. Therefore, it is not fitting for the king to let them remain. Did you see that? Wait a minute. So what's now a smart and wise king, one that, or leader, let me say it this way, that's not full of himself, is not going to allow somebody's trickery to turn them into doing what they want them to do and not what he knows is right.
And not even that. I think that in King Ahasuerus' defense, sometimes when we trust in kings, we have a tendency to lean towards trusting in men. And here, King Ahasuerus put his trust in this man instead of, he wouldn't have a prophet, they were Persian. But when you are a king who does not trust in God, you have nothing else to trust in except another man. Then you are subject to the trickery and deceit of men. And he put his trust in it, his undying allegiance. He's the king, but he put his allegiance to another man and trusted that he would steer him in the correct way. And he did not. I don't think it was because, I think the verb that you just used, he was not wise. He was a bit too trusting. He was naive. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you, Holy Spirit. He was naive.
So he's naive, and his naivety causes him to be swayed very easily. He is as a leader. As a leader, you have to lead.
His naivety did not cause him to ask questions.
Oh man!
It's okay to have people you trust, but ask the questions. Know the information. Know what you're talking about.
Where's this coming from?
Like it sounds like I'm not talking about our president. It just sounds like our current leadership. The stuff that come out of his mouth, you can tell when it shifts from who's telling him what to say to the moment he decides to say his own stuff. You can see a defining line between the naive nature and I can't even think of a nice word. Idiot nature. I don't know how to say it.
And the speech writers.
Yes.
But she's not talking about the president.
I'm talking about, but I'm not trying to talk negative.
We're not
anyway.
dissing.
I'm not dissing.
We just saying what we saying.
He is our president. I respect the office of the
Absolutely.
president.
And hey, if it was Obama, if it was Bush, if it was Clinton, I don't care who it is. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Right?
All right,
okay.
commercial.
So
over.
now,
I was just saying, don't put your trust in man. Without
some trust in horses, some trust in men, but we choose. Come on,
I won't.
To trust.
Could you just
with the Lord? All right. So this is what he says this to Ahasuerus, and watch the response. So he says all of this to him in verse 8, and in verse 9, he says, "If it pleases the king, dress it up. Let a decree be written that they be destroyed. All because they don't do things your way. All because they don't do things the way that other people do them. All because, watch this, check this here, they're different. We need to kill them. We need to not treat them right. We need to not treat them fair."
Now, mind you, they've been living together.
Let me say this real quick.
Go.
They've been living together. It is not new for people to treat folks wrong and bad because they're different. It ain't new. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
What I was going to say.
Not only did they live there.
Oh, they were living in some sort of peace. And so Haman kind of just, they were living peaceful.
They was fine.
So yeah, they was cool. They was working it
They
out.
don't bother nobody.
But God has a plan. God has a plan.
If it please the king, let a decree be written that they be destroyed.
Like, you don't just want to ask
see,
me who?
come on.
They who? Like, see, that's why I can't be in charge.
And I will pay 10,000 talents of silver into the hands of those who do the work to bring it into the king's treasuries.
Oh, King Ahasuerus.
King, you gonna get paid if you write this decree to kill these people. Now, why? Now we can look at the ancestral anger, or we can look at the immediate anger. His immediate anger, Haman's immediate anger, is based on the fact that Mordecai doesn't bow down and pay homage to him. Let's not even look further. Well, let's look at the text we'll take this text at face value, that he is upset because Mordecai will not bow down to him, pay homage to him, honor him, what have you. And he says, word? Because you would, okay. Let's just kill them all. And I'm going to pay the people who do it so that the money come to you. Because he knows the money that they make, that the people make, is going to come by way of taxes and goods and et cetera. It's going to still come into your treasuries. King, you're going to be made better for killing.
Now, can I take a commercial break? Do we have any men on the line? I don't know. If there's any men, and to our pastor, this is why, not this is why, but this is an example and a reason, that's the word I'm looking for, that our men need to reclaim their rightful place in the kingdom. You be the head, be the influencer, and not the one so easily influenced. This spirit is not new. This is the same thing that caused Adam to eat the fruit. It's the same trick of the enemy. And so you about to bust.
Wake up, bruh.
Yeah, man.
Wake up, bruh.
Like, this is a cry for you to reclaim your place. And so that influence, and this one wasn't even this wasn't even a woman. It was just that this man was easily influenced, and it came as a result of his pride being stroked. And so men, hear this. This is your place. Like, God has given you a literal kingdom to rule over in the earth realm. That in itself should be motivation for you to claim, stand firm, and reclaim, for some who haven't, your rightful place for the sake of the kingdom. We need you.
It is. It's imperative, man. This is huge. This is huge. Watch what he does, and then we overtime. If it pleases the king, let the decree be written. The people who do the work going to get 10,000 talents of silver to bring it into the king's treasury. So, watch this. The king took his signet ring from his hand and gave it. He gave his authority to the guy who wants to kill everybody else. He gives him his signet ring. He doesn't say, give me that ring. No, the king literally takes the ring off and says, here you go. He gives it to Haman, the Agagite, the enemy of the Jews. And the king said to him, verse 11, the king said to Haman, the money and the people are given to you, to do with them as seems good to you. Bruh, you crazy. You just gave the entire kingdom. You put the kingdom into the hands of a man, into
the hands of the enemy.
Into the hands, oh my God. now this is the flip flop, and this is why I told you it's like a soap opera. Remember 7 years ago, if you will, when your wife just didn't want to come down because you was drunk, and she didn't want to do it, and she wasn't doing it because that was the custom. She wasn't supposed to expose herself. She wasn't supposed to show her face like that. She wasn't supposed to do that. And she said, nah. As well as that, I ain't what's the word? I'm not a doll. I'm your wife. I'm the queen. Okay, I am who I am. And you didn't want to. I'm with me another queen. Well, now you're just gonna give the kingdom away. Watch this. And you're sober now. The last time, 7 years ago, you was drunk. The Bible says he was merry with the wine. He was drunk, and now he's sober. And he's not incapacitated. He's not inebriated. He is sane as anybody. And he gives away his authority to someone who just came fly by night and says, you know what? They don't do stuff like us. They don't follow your rules. We ought to kill them. Okay, here's my ring. Do whatever you want to do. The people, the money, you got as much money as you need to do whatever you want to do. You can have as many people as you want to do whatever you want to do. Bruh, wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Stop giving away the kingdom. Stop giving away your marriage. Stop giving away your ministry. Stop giving away the mandate that God has put on your life. Stop giving it away. Do what God is giving you to do, whatever it is. It's not a menial, it's not a minuscule task. It's a major task in the kingdom of God. It's bigger than you. Absolutely, Miss Jackie. He can't blame it on the alcohol. He can't blame it on that now. It is simply because he just gave it to Haman. Then the decree is written. And then it said, verse 12, the king's scribe were called on the 13th day of the first month, and a decree was written according to all that Haman commanded, to the king's satraps, to the governors who were all over each province, to the officials of all people, to every province according to its script, and to every people in their language, in the name of King Ahasuerus. It was written and sealed with the king's signet ring. He didn't even see it because he gave the ring to him. So as soon as they wrote it, he could just go like that. Boom,
that was
it's done.
But he didn't do that. He didn't do that. But as you're reading this, I'm thinking, he could have given the authority without giving the kingdom. And that's what Jesus did. Jesus gave us the authority, but the kingdom is still his. He gave us the authority right here in the earth realm, but the kingdom still belongs to him. Men, you, in a sense of your families, you have the kingdom.
Yep.
You can give the authority to your wife. You can give the authority to your children to do certain things, but the kingdom is yours. And it's not for you to give away. And when you come out of line with God, you have literally given the kingdom away.
They send the letter out to all the couriers, verse 13, 14, 15. Everybody gets it. That the Jews that the king's provinces to destroy, to kill, and to annihilate all the Jews, both young and old, little children and women, in one day, on the 13th day of the 12th month, which is the month of Adar, and to plunder their possessions. So from January to December, in our context, they knew this law was written, and every province said, "Oh. So on the 13th of Adar, we get to kill all the Jews." Y'all thought the Purge was a brand new movie concept, didn't you? Right there in the text. Right there in the text. This one day, it's legal to kill people. A copy was sent to everybody, and that they should be, verse 14, ready for that day. Can you imagine what February through November, if you will, were like? Can you imagine? The couriers went out, hastened by the king's command, and the decree was proclaimed in Shushan, the citadel. So the king and Haman sat down to drink.
Mm-hmm.
But the city of Shushan was perplexed. How can you drink at a time like this?
Look, the king don't know. The king doesn't realize what he did.
Oh my God, I'm with you.
That's why he can sit. He can just throw it back. He don't realize that he has given the kingdom away. He has no clue. All right, you're over time.
You sure are?
You're over time.
And this is all Bible, ladies and gentlemen. It's all Bible.
These are the days of the Bible. All right. Gotta go withdraw my kids.
He
from
said
school.
more. Man, shucks. Come back tomorrow. 11 o'clock.
That'd be a good men's. You usually hear about Esther
for women's
women ministry and stuff like that. But this would be a good.
It's the 4 and beyond.
Right.
That you hear for. Yep. It's the 2 and 3,
good.
Brother. Don't give it away.
Don't give it
Don't
away.
give it away. Don't give away the kingdom.
Come on.
That's from a movie. Don't give away to something.
I don't know. All right, folks.
Bless y'all. Bless y'all. Thanks for being with us. We appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with Midday Motivation. Okay. It's Monday. No more Monday for us.
Oh, no. We had to catch up on some
We
work.
got schoolwork to do.
Yep. Getting ready to take a lunch break and back at it. Y'all pray for me. I didn't forget. I was lazy. I didn't go withdraw my kids out of the school system.
Because we're homeschooling.
Yeah, we're homeschooling this year. Everybody pray for us.
Not as a result of COVID.
Yeah, the Lord had made us.
The Lord had
made
long before
COVID.
There was a COVID. It would have been COVID-18.
But he kind of threw COVID in there to make sure it happened. Anyway, I need to go withdraw the kids' school for the.
You're right, Sister Ronnie.
Truancy officers be at my.
You're right. Absolutely right.
At the door.
So, all right. Thanks, everybody. Remember this. We love y'all.
And you can't do a thing about it.
All right. Grace and peace.